Welcome back to the channel. It's me, your pal Sal. Now sit on down because today we're talking about whatever the f this was. I was in the middle of making a video in which I go through and watch a bunch of bad horror movies because that's something that I've been really getting into lately. And this was my first movie in that video, and Jesus Christ, nope, it deserves its own video. This might be a shorter one compared to my other videos, but I'm in the middle of putting out another longer video as well, so this is gonna be my in-between. I had no clue what I was getting into with this movie. I went into it thinking this is going to be like a normal horror movie. It's just going to be like pretty bad. Just based off everything I've seen and the premise alone, a sentient tire coming to life to kill people. I went into this going, oh, it's going to be a really, really fun, bad movie. I don't want to spoil too much before we get deep into it for those actually haven't seen the movie, because although this is an entire video based on said movie, I know that there's a lot of people out there watching this that haven't seen the movie. Probably most of you, to be honest. I doubt a majority of you have actually seen the movie, but I'm sure a majority of you have heard of it. Robot released in 2010, and it was directed by Quentin Dupieux. I don't fucking know. Some bullshit European name. With a budget of 800,000 USD. There is no... What? They had to mistake him for Quentin Tarantino. There's no way that this got a budget of almost $1 million. That's a little more than Obsession got. Now, shockingly, with such a wild and wacky premise, this actually didn't get negative reviews. It didn't get great reviews. Let's just put that out there right now. It certainly had mixed reactions with both critics and audiences alike. IMDb has a 5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes has given it a 66%, which just based off the premise alone and all the things that I've seen of it, are we really surprised? Now, this is actually classified as a comedy horror, which is really interesting because I didn't know that going into this. I thought it was just a horror movie. Something else I also didn't know about this is it's an absurdist film. That would have been nice to know beforehand. As you can imagine, you're about to see me be extremely befuddled the entire time. So fair warning, the script you're about to hear is me taking notes live. Yeah, I get really confused and frustrated and bewildered the entire time. I have no clue what's going on the entire time. So let's dive into Rubber. We immediately go into a opening shot of just chairs out in the desert. Oh, okay, there's a guy now in a car just knocking them over one by one. He is going out of his way to make sure he's hitting all of them. Not only are they getting knocked over, if you look, they are collapsing at the slightest tap. These things have to be held together with paper. Why is the sheriff in the boot? Oh, okay, he's talking to the camera now. What is he talking about, you might be asking? Oh, he's just yapping about some no reason bullshit for, I'm not even kidding, a solid 3 to 4 minutes of complete yap. This seriously drags for no reason. He got me. Unfortunately, I would learn later on after the movie that the no reason thing is literally the entire point of this movie, but I didn't realize that at this point. Alright, be nice. Already the movie is getting meta as they have this shot of this crowd of people with binoculars looking at a dump of trash, and the kid literally talks about being bored because nothing is happening. Spoiler alert, nothing's happened in this movie yet. And the dad responds with, oh, it's just the beginning, it'll pick up. Very on the nose, guys. I didn't quite catch that one. After an excruciatingly long intro credit scene, we finally get into the equally excruciatingly long scene of the tire finally coming to life. Oh, he's fallen over. Yeah, he falls over a couple of times, but hey, you know, he finally gets the hang of it. Third time's the charm, right? Oh, okay, never mind. He's down again. I guess fourth time's the charm. After a while of just rolling around, we get this weirdly sensual scene of the tire slowly squishing this water bottle. It feels like it's edging me for quite a while. Really hesitates with this bottle. But the scorpion? Fuck that scorpion. No hesitation. Next victim? A bottle. Not any bottle, a glass bottle. But alas, he has met his match. He is not powerful enough for such an opponent. This thing literally shivers and vibrates itself to create a sound wave and shatter the fucking bottle. What is happening? Oh, those people from earlier were watching the whole time, by the way. Anyways, don't worry about that. We get way more meta exposition about the tire having mind powers, apparently. The rubber tire has mind powers. And then they talk about piracy and whatnot, which, yep, I totally paid for this movie. I don't worry about it. Anyways, a new day hath dawned upon us, and with it, the tire drinking water. What? Oh, a rabbit. Oh, no, not the rabbit. No. We finally get a scene of the tire using its mind powers on something other than innocent animals, instead breaking down this lady's car so it can very slowly roll towards her like a fat chud chasing a K-pop idol. Slow enough for some hillbilly to send this absolutely flying. This makes the tire angry enough to once again kill an innocent animal. Why? Fueled by pure hatred and burning rubber, this tire rolls all the way to the gas station where it comes face to face with its abuser. We get a dramatic stare off when suddenly it starts shaking again. He's powering up, and alas, he gets his revenge. His first ever real kill. And yes, in case you're wondering, the binocular people are still just watching. My girlfriend was next to me watching this, and at this point she started researching the movie because that's just what she does. She's a big nerd. So it's around this time that I found out that the movie was made by a French guy, which explains so much. The French are freaks. Speaking of freaks, we get a scene of the tire peeping on a girl from earlier. Not only the tire though, the fucking binocular people too. And of course they're talking about the tire having sex with the girl and getting blowjobs and shit. Who are these people? I get it. They're the audience, but like, why are you still here? Go away! Again, I would not find out until later that this was the entire point. Just give me some grace here. Anyways, the tire is just watching TV now. I swear, this tire is just like a dude. He's just a bro. I don't know anymore. What do you want me? It's a fucking tire. The guy from the start who owned the chairs and binoculars gets a call from someone in his apartment, and he's calling the master a lot.
Yes, master. Very well, master. Salutations, master.
He has a turkey in his room? I don't know what the hell's happening. Oh, okay, he's killing the turkey. Okay, but why? No, you know what? Why am I asking? He brings the people watching the tire, the turkey that he just killed, and we get this really claustrophobic and unsettling, uncomfortable scene of all of them fighting over the turkey to eat it. It's honestly the first good bit of horror, and I don't know if this was on purpose, but it was really unnerving to sit through. Just like every single scene in this entire goddamn movie, it drags, and I wish it didn't. The hotel cleaners are here to clean up after Mr. Tire, but alas, Mr. Tire is showering. So this woman, being the rudest hostess alive, not only sexually harasses the Tire by staring at him while he showers, but then throws Mr. Poor Tire away. Excuse me. It cuts away to some teenage boy who just saw the Tire being alive and shit, being ridiculed by an old angry guy who just really wants a pizza for some reason and doesn't believe him at all. It then cuts back to the tire again, and he's now on top of a very dead cleaning lady in bed, so score 2 for our rubbery boy. Oh, and we're peeping again. Alright, we're back to that. Okay, rubber boy, Gooner confirmed. Oh, cool. That teenager from before is putting pieces of dead rat in this guy's pizza, and the backpacker is just watching. Who are these people? Wait, we might not have to worry about the binocular people anymore. They were all apparently poisoned with the turkey for some reason. I'm not really quite sure why, but sure, why not? All of them except one Chad as old guy who just really wants to wash this tire. He doesn't care about the food. This little ass kid just comes across this dead cleaning lady, and that's not the craziest part of the scene. Oh, no. This woman pours fucking OJ on her breakfast. We're not going past that. What was that? Is that some European shit? And as she leaves, the door just falls off. Okay, sure. Why not? Why not? We then get the obligatory teenager trying to warn the adults and adults not believing him scene. Wait. No, they just randomly revealed that the police were in on the killing of the spectators? What? He suddenly just starts telling the other cops that nothing is real and it's all a movie, that they're done and to wrap things up, but obviously no one here believes him until they shoot him in the fucking chest, and he doesn't even flinch. It's all fake. What is happening? No, wait, the guy from the start tells the sheriff that one spectator is still alive, so they have to keep the facade going, but it doesn't seem like anyone else is on this facade, and the cleaning lady is very much dead. Anyways, yeah, the tire's back. I forgot to mention, he went for a swim and he just like stopped moving, but yeah, now that they realize it's a spectator, I guess the tire's back alive. So maybe, you know, there needs to be at least one viewer for the tire to exist. I don't know. I'm trying here. The annoying guy's head from before explodes. The sheriff doesn't even seem to give a shit at this point. Is that a fucking script in his hands? No way.
Oh god, the kid was right. The killer is a tire.
After a quick montage of the tire self-reflecting on its life, we get a scene of the teenager trying to talk to the tire, but the tire is just not having it. It ain't on no diddy shit, but the police are still after him anyway. And this old guy is having the time of his life watching this shit. Turkey Man, however, is hell-bent on making this old man eat some poison food, but nothing can break through this man's iron will. Nothing beats watching a tire, especially a super dramatic standoff between the tire and police. You're never gonna believe what happens next. Yeah, who would have guessed? Oh, Turkey Guy is eating the poisoned food now. I guess those that watch must die, I think. This is a very meta movie. I feel like it's trying to send me a message and I'm just not picking up on it. Damn, French people are so pretentious. This guy dies so dramatically. And this old guy just doesn't give a shit. I honestly love just how undisturbed this old guy is. He is just here to watch this goddamn tire. Oh, right, the tire. It's so all over the place. I honestly forgot what the hell was happening. He dramatically looks at some other tires being burned in a massive fire, which, by the way, these tires, I don't know why they're burning them. They look completely fine. They've got so much tread left. There are thousands of dollars worth of tires here. We suddenly cut to 3 days later and we get a montage of a bunch of dead people. We counted about 14 dead people just from the montage. So this thing is going on an absolute rampage, I guess. Meanwhile, Mr. Tire, he's just chilling and watching some, I think that's meant to be NASCAR. They strap a fucking bomb to a female mannequin that looks like that chick that he kept perving on at the start. Oh, that woman is actually working with them to trap it now, I guess. What is happening? They're trying to rizz the tire into their explosive trap, I think. She just couldn't handle rizzing this tire, however, so of course the sheriff has to take matters into his own hands and step in, and boy does he deliver.
I have been a very naughty girl.
Oh my fucking god. The spectator literally comes up to them when they're in the van, complaining about the scene being confusing and stupid. How much more meta can we possibly get before this movie just implodes? They finally managed to rage bait the tire by calling it rubber shit, but it doesn't really succeed in setting off the trap, so the sheriff just walks in there and blows it up with a shotgun. Wait, now it's what the f? It's been reincarnated as a tricycle now, and now it just blew up that Chad spectator. Okay, not only did it blow up his head, I mean it obliterated this man's entire body. So maybe it got a power up? What is the power scaling? Why did this guy blow up but everyone else just had their heads explode? The movie ends with like a super dragged out scene of the tricycle pimping down the road for like a solid like 7 to 8 minutes, and it somehow brings tires up from the dead. What is happening in this movie? As stated before, the entire no reason monologue at the start of the movie is literally the entire premise of said movie. I'm not sure if we can quite call this a movie. I think it's more fitting to refer to this as a bad acid trip. But alas, this trip does have a meaning, somewhat of a message it's trying to portray. Obviously, this being a French film, it's gonna be pretentious as shit. I will die on the hill that the French are just the Japan of the European world because they're weird and they like to be confusing. Of course, this film is an absurdist film, so we're going to get into the definition of absurdism for those that aren't aware. Absurdism is the philosophical theory that the universe is irrational and meaningless. It states that trying to find meaning leads people into conflict with a seemingly meaningless world. This conflict can be rational humanity and an irrational universe, between intentional and outcome, or even between subjective assessment and objective worth. Keep in mind, I got this from Wikipedia, the most reliable source on earth. The teachers love Wikipedia. So we get the whole meaningless bullshit part of the movie, whatever. That's what the entire concept of the tie is representative of. The tie is the what, why is this happening? So, what's the conflict part? My interpretation is that the audience themselves expect more from the tire than what they're gonna get. Throughout the movie, they consistently expect more or something else to happen. Eventually, as we know, this leads to them dying, getting poisoned, except for one man. The old guy, who's just content to watch and just wants to see what happens next. He doesn't care that it's weird and nothing makes sense yet. Now, yes, he does die at the end, but that is because right at the end, he starts to doubt the story. And he starts to expect more out of the tire. And he expects something different to happen. And this is exactly when he gets killed. The second he conflicts with the meaningless of the world he's in. So what's the big message of the film? Shut up and watch and just enjoy. The world is nonsensical and insane, and it'll drive you insane if you don't just roll with the punches. Things don't always have to make sense. Things don't always need meaning. And you don't always deserve structure or a story. I never thought it would be a hire that goes on a murdering spree that would get me to talk about philosophy on this channel, but here we are. Things are getting way too serious, so balls my out with the blue waffle. I can't honestly say whether or not I hate or love this movie. It's a weird in-between. I can certainly say that I enjoyed it, but I also do enjoy some of the worst movies you'll ever see, so I can't really act as a mouthpiece for this movie. You've just got to go watch it yourself. No video you watch on this is going to definitively tell you whether or not it's good, because they can't. You have to go watch it yourself. No one can do this justice. If you have seen it, or if you go and watch it, please come back to the comments, let me know what you thought of it. If you enjoyed this video, and you think, I'm so big brain, this guy clearly knows what he's talking about, leave a like. And you know what, if you're thinking this guy's an idiot and he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, also leave a like, please. Like I said, this is going to be a lot shorter than my other videos. It's because I'm putting out the next Flash Games video, which is going to be like another 30-minute video, which is keep an eye out for that. Thank you all for watching. I hope you appreciate it. Keep an eye out for future horror movie videos if that's what you guys want. Bye.